Hey there, this is Larry Glover, or Jack Larry Glover by some accounts. And this is another video in this week-long series of what I've declared to be World Wild Water Week. And I say wild water because water will always be wild, ultimately. And we can domesticate it. We do domesticate it. We let it run out of our faucets and taps and flush it down the drain in all sorts of ways. Put it behind dams and run heating systems with it, etc. And agriculture. And not all that is bad. But the ultimate way we domesticate it is by thinking and treating it as an object. Now, that's also the map I inherited as a child. The whole world was an object, and mankind was the superior species created by God on the sixth day, and where God rested on the seventh. And this Jehovah lived somewhere up in heaven. Problem with the map was it was 3,000 years old. This is hard stuff. Damn near killed me letting go of that map. I became a fundamentalist little preacher, converted people to that God in the name of Jesus, the Christ, come to save mankind. What I've since discovered is that this Christ lives inside of each of us as it awakens. It is, in fact, the Spirit and the knowledge and intimacy with wholeness, with oneness, with all of life. And here's this poem that one of many that I dedicate to that journey. What if I were to tell you? What if I were to tell you everything you learned in church and school of how and who you are to be is wrong? You know the truth of this. But how will you live, allowing this shattering awareness into your life? How will you live, allowing this shattering awareness into your life? How will you navigate and find your way? You blind man walking by candlelight amidst milky galaxies, within and above and below and all around. Sometimes it is easier to forget you ever knew this inner light. Tempting not to pick up this ownership of your life. But then you remember, like a seed awakening, the aliveness of awe and wonder that love to bubble up from and down through your feet and groin and heart and throat and mind. And you know again what it is to drink at the spring source, the thirst quenching water of life. Every sip restoring and informing the truth of who you are. Now I stand next to an aspen tree in a small cluster amidst the pine forest. And these aspen trees, botanists call the largest organism on the planet, because an aspen grove can all be the same organism, sharing the same root system, living for thousands of years. It's a great image of humankind. It's a great image of the tree of life. And we now know that this is a more accurate map of what it is to be a human being. The separations between us and the trees and the plants, let alone the separations between us as races or nationalities, no longer serve us, except in the service of the diversity of celebrating life and our oneness together in a common rooting with all of life. This is the new map forward. Remember, be wild, stay wild, and go wild. Mother Earth is. This is Larry Glover, Wild Resiliency.